What's up everyone, Kawaii here, and welcome to my playthrough of Grisaia Chronos Rebellion. This is part 32 of my Grisaia Chronos Rebellion playthrough series. If you haven't seen the other 31 parts, including the place in the description down below. But yeah, we're gonna pick up where we left off back in part 31, so without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so last playthrough where we left off, it was the beginning of chapter 7, and Arata is getting flashbacks from his childhood, and it's been giving him migraines, and you've met Sindarion, which is a surprise. So yeah, here we go. Ganessa, are you here? No response. This is strange. She's always cooped up in her laboratory. My headache is making me grumble to myself. I searched the shelves for the medicine she gave me before, but I can't find it. Then my gaze falls on the patient she showed me before. She's still connected to the life support equipment. Still hasn't woke up, huh? It seems like Ganessa's devices are keeping her alive, at least. Just like me, seeing her lie unconscious, kept alive by machines. I'm reminded of Sindarion's words. The weight of a life. I always thought of lives as something heavy. Those who die can never come back. However, this patient is trying to come back to life. Maybe lives are lighter than I thought. People kill many other creatures in order to survive. Not just animals either. We fight amongst ourselves and kill each other too. We only have one life. Treating it lightly makes us anxious. That's why we want to believe that lives are heavy. But the common sense that makes it this way consists of nothing but vague, undefined rules. A life doesn't really weigh all that much. When I pulled the trigger, that man died all too easily. Wow. Okay, so this is the exact same shot, but look how we can actually see Arata's face, everyone else's face. And look how we actually see the bright ceiling lights. There's no red filter. Very interesting. Before I killed him, he was killing the other children from the DP batch. The batch L, R, and I were a part of, so that the terrorists couldn't take them. Lives are easily taken if somebody wills it. They're a fleeting concept, only 21 grams. People like to think that the most temporary things are, the more important they are. That's merely sentimentality. What if I unplug this thing? Really? Then the patient would die, all too easily. What, are you having intrusive thoughts now, Arata? Would I be able to bring myself to do it? You're going to... Though the words the Colonel spoke to me when she raided Dr. Osborne's lab echo through my head. My hand drifts toward the plug in an impulse to demonstrate just how light one life is. Let the devil take over. I thought I heard somebody whisper to me. My overwhelming headache is drowning everything out and suppressing my consciousness. I don't want to kill this patient. I have no reason to kill them, but it feels like I wouldn't hesitate to do it. I need to know if that's true. I'll unplug the device and confirm. No, Arata, don't do it! Don't do it! I feel a slight tingle in my spine, as an electric signal runs through it. Pet is reacting. Whose signal is this? Oh, it's working. Oh, is that patient coming back to life? Whoever it is, the signal brings me to my senses. I hurriedly withdraw my hand from the plug. What the heck was I... When I realized what I was about to do, I shudder in fear. I try to kill somebody for absolutely no reason. That's something only the devil would do. I step back from the bed and wipe the sweat off my forehead when I try to catch my ragged breath. Damn. I twitch when another signal reaches me. It feels just like when I'm synchronizing with somebody who is very close by. But it's not the girl sleeping in front of me. It's someone else. It's not? This feeling... It can't be. Then who are you syncing with? I head out into the hallway and walk in the direction from which the signal seems to be coming. There, I find a group of people dressed in SIRS uniforms. What is SIRS doing here? Connery? You're back? These are Connery's squad members. What's wrong, Connery? You look pale.
ああ、すいません。 アクス隊長は昨日飲みすぎちゃって二日酔いなんですよ。
I heard that she'd gone missing. Connery, where have you been until now? Connery remains silent. Her expression is frozen in a tense frown. Eyes. It's like she's trying to tell me something with her look. Something strange here. A Sur stands above Sword, and they're a secret organization. All of their operations are confidential, so it's not uncommon for their members to act in mysterious ways sometimes. No, that's not it. Something's going on with Connery. I'm guessing Hideo kidnapped her and brainwashed her? Or maybe she can't reveal Hideo's true intentions or call for help. Otherwise, she would die. Either way, I do not trust... What the fuck was that guy's name? Subordinate A? I do not trust him at all. What are you doing here at Mihama? Does the principal know that you're here?
上司の命令で L って生徒を拘束しに来ました。あなたは確か D 組のハンドラーですよね。案内してもらえません？
Why are you taking L?
ヘザーが死んだ今、次にヘイディオが狙ってくるのはあの子だかららしいです。ねえ、隊長。
Connery says nothing. She doesn't even nod. There's that feeling again. Person emitting the signal should be right nearby. I glance around at the Sur's agents. A short woman catches my gaze. You! Could you please take off that mask? I draw my handgun and point it at the woman.
穏やかじゃないっすね。ここ美浜の校舎内っすよ。発砲許可取ってんですか？
Woo! Take off your mask, R! There's no mistaking the signal. It belongs to R. Oh, you bitches thought. You bitches thought. Suddenly, my vision is blocked by a jacket that she's thrown into my face. Someone grabs my right hand and twists my elbow. I reflexively step back, trying to get away. So it's really you, R. R looks at me with hollow eyes as she points her gun at me. Girl, you better not fire that desert. Better not fire that Desert Eagle in the halls, otherwise everybody gonna get tinnitus. These guys are with Hideo. Connery was probably threatened or drugged. Either way, they're manipulating her. R, come to your senses. Can't you see who I am? R and I are connected via pets. Just like with L, the connection remains active unless one of us moves out of the system's range, which is quite large. But I'm not sensing any feelings from R. There seems to be nothing but emptiness inside her heart. This must be the Colonel's brainwashing. Oh, she's shot. Everybody getting tinnitus. R pulls the trigger first. I can't dodge when she's this close. But she wasn't aiming at me. She's aiming at a dark corner of the hallway.
そこに誰かいるのか？いるなら出てこい。
撃たないでください。
Remember, Mihama's general staff steps forward, her hands trembling as she holds them up in the air. She's just a secretary. Don't get any civilians involved.
運が悪かったんだ。諦めてもらうしかないな。女性には優しくしたかったんだが。
そんな。
R remains expressionless as she aims at the woman and pulls the trigger. No! But the same moment, the secretary seems to disappear and a shuriken hits the grip of R's handgun. Yeah, I fucking knew it. That secretary is no ordinary secretary. It's whoever was stalking Arata, or keeping an eye on him.
女子が相手と思ってつい油断してしまった。俺の悪い癖だな。
そちらこそ昨夜の隣
Oh!
女の子相手に浮き足立つなんて。ダークシャドウ君、もしかして女性経験は少ない方なのかしら？
そんなことはない。俺はモテるからな。素顔を見せられないのが残念だ。
Oh, you simp. Yeah. This dark shadow appears to have disguised himself as one of Kanari's subordinates. The other ninja, disguised as a secretary, turns out to be Ikoma Yuki. Yuki, it was you? Ikoma Yuki is the older sister of Class A's Ikoma Murasaki. Both sisters are ninja masters, but Yuki is the strongest one. She used to be on the same team as the principal and Miss Nogami when they were in active service.
ここしばらくあなたのことを監視させてもらってたの。ごめんなさいね。
Good shit. I thought it was Murasaki. The way you hid your presence was too good.
こんな汚れ仕事、あの子にはやらせられないもの。ここは引き受けるわ。かなりを安全な場所へ。
I left Kanari up in my arms and run into an empty classroom. After confirming that the room is safe, I check Kanari's neck. There's a thin needle, thinner than a strand of hair, stuck in her skin. It's the same trick I fell victim to yesterday.
ありがとう、新た。
So the needle is just stuck. So it's not a syringe. They just stick the needle in there and leave it in there. That's an interesting type of poison. Did they poison you or something?
針に塗られていなければ大丈夫なはず。
Kanari doesn't seem to have any external injuries, but she must be exhausted. She looks as if she could faint any moment, barely clinging to her consciousness.
聞いて、新た。サースにヘイディオの工作員が紛れていたわ。それも一人や二人じゃない。もう対抗できるのはソードだけ。
Ah, hail.
早くこのことを戦国さんに。
I can't. My calls aren't going through. Somebody must be jamming the signal. While I'm talking to Kanari, I hear the sounds of Yuki and Dark Shadow fighting out in the hallway.
おっと、鋭いね。君となら対等にやり合えそうだ。どうかな、今晩二人きりでしっぽりと。
I can't blame him for shooting his shot. Yuki she do be thick.
私、そんなに安い女じゃないの。でもそうね。もし私に勝てたら考えてあげるわ。
Hey, there you go, boy. She said she'll think about it. That's probably the best answer you can get.
聞いた通りだ、Rちゃん。俺は彼女と用事があるから、先にお姉ちゃんのところへ行っといで。
R doesn't respond, but I hear her footsteps disappear down the hallway.
まずいわ。あいつらの狙いは L よ。今、彼女はどこに？
She should be participating in an exercise in the underground training grounds.
私のことはいい。R を追いかけて。
Okay.
すきやり？
Oh.
一本セリカの勝ち。どうしたのエルルン、ぼーっとしすぎだよ。
Just these three?
すみません。集中できていませんでした。
Did she already pick up on R's pets or sense her presence?
何かあった？
Or maybe she's just thinking about R?
いえ、大したことでは。マスターのことはセリカたちには言えない。
Oh.
余計な心配をかけてしまうだけだもの。
よーし、じゃあ次は僕とフランね。エルルンは審判やって。負けないよ。私もちょっとは強くなったもんね。
We'll see.
かかってきなさい。受けて立ってあげよう。
ではレディー。危ない、伏せてください。
うわ、なになに？実弾だ。誰が撃ったの？
邪魔者は排除する。
Oh shit. That's probably the first three words that we've heard her say ever since we've seen the current R.
嘘。
美浜学園の中だよ。
二人とも下がっていてください。R、私に会いに来てくれたの？
Yes, but not for good reasons.
お前を連れて行く。ずっと心配していたのよ。無事でよかったわ。
No, Elle, didn't you hear what she said?
エルルン、近づいちゃダメだよ。
Or maybe she did, but she's still trying to bring her back.
当たった。大丈夫、エルルン。
かすっただけです。R、銃を捨てて。出ないとあなたと戦うことになってしまう。
こっちは訓練用の銃しかないんだよ。まずいって。っていうか、このままじゃ A 組の人とか来ちゃうんじゃ。
I mean, paintballs still hurt. Those count for something, right?
そしたら R ちゃんが殺されちゃうかも。
そうはさせません。R は私が止めます。
Okay, alright, Elle.
すごい。エルルンの動き、訓練の時と全然違う。あの R は圧倒してるよ。うん、銃がなくても訓練場の地の利を生かして戦ってる。 R ちゃんはここに来るのも初めてだもんね。でもやっぱり R ちゃんもう地形を把握しちゃってエルルンの攻撃が効かなくなってきてるよ。
Yeah, R is still no slouch.
まずいよ、押されてる。助けないと。でもどうやれば。こんな時先生がいてくれたら。あ、実弾ノートちゃうかこれ。
Yamamoto-san.
おう、新田先生。なんや、下が騒がしいんやけど。あんた、あの子らに訓練で実弾を撃たせてるんか？
This isn't training. They are fighting against R.
なんやて？ヘイディオが入り込んだっちゅうんか。
Report to the principal as quickly as you can.
わかった。通信つながらん。どうなってんねん。あ、待ち。これ、エルたちの銃、いるやろ？うちはひとっ走り学園長のところに行ってくるから。
Thank you.
終わりだ、エル。
I rush down the stairs to the mock battle area. There, I find L being driven into a corner by R. Use this gun! I throw the gun to L, and she definitely jumps up to catch it. She rolls over to break her fall while aiming the gun at R.
邪魔するな。
ジャスティスシール
Yay! Just a shield! Erica stops in front of me with her shield to protect me from R's shot. Thanks, Erica.
ド。ねえ師匠、これどういう状況なの？
R is after L. She plans to take her away.
なら私が勝てば問題ないということですね。
If you can win.
調子に乗るな。妹より優れた姉がいるわけないだろ。
It's usually the other way around. Faint traces of anger appear on R's expressionless face. Her emotions may be suppressed due to the brainwashing, but they haven't disappeared entirely.
お姉ちゃんが目を覚まさせてあげる。
I'll support you with the pets! I sync my pets channel with L so I can support her with my skills.
私たちどうしよう。手伝いたいけど動きが速すぎてシールドを使うチャンスがないよ。
L and R continue to grapple while occasionally exchanging shots. It's a very close match.
目を覚まして R。 ターネルの洗脳に負けないで。うるさい、騒ぐな耳障りだ。
Maybe Arta should try kissing R again. That usually works, right? When it comes to brainwashing. Amid the fierce battle, R's condition is changing. The door to her heart, which the brainwashing has closed, is slowly starting to crack open.
くそね、さっさと倒されろ。
Oh, she's getting more angry. R clutches her head. She seems to be in pain. The brainwashing might come undone if you keep calling out to her, L.
R、私がわからないの？あなたの大好きなお姉ちゃんよ。ふざけんな。お前なんか大嫌いだ。
Oh,
なんかいけそうなのに。
it does seem to be working. L's words do seem to be working.
R の心が揺らいでるね。
ダメです。洗脳には鍵がある。その鍵を見つけないと絶対に解けません。
Let me guess. Arata is the proper key?
R、私を連れ戻してどうする気？
私じゃダメなんだ。私はでき損ないだからママの役には立てない。エルじゃなきゃ。
あなたの洗脳の鍵はフェザー博士に捨てられたことなのね。それなら大丈夫よ。あの人はママじゃない。うるさい。
R shakes her head as if she's trying to clear her mind. Then she aims at L and pulls the trigger. Oh shit!
直撃したよ。
大丈夫です。
When she knew she couldn't avoid a direct hit, L made sure to absorb the shot with the strongest part of her bulletproof uniform. But the damage is still severe. She might not be able to get up anymore. Oh shit, poor girl, hit with 50 AE at point blank range. Yeah, she ain't getting up anytime soon.
お前を連れて行く。
R grabs L by the hair and tries to drag her away.
エルルンを離して。
Serica lunges at the pair, but R dodges easily, as if she saw it coming. Then she knees Serica in the stomach. Serica, Flan, step back! It's dangerous to get close to R! Even L can subdue her. There's nothing Serica and Flan can do. But I can't let her take L away.
新田先生、私だ。
Principal Sengoku?
何者かによって校内の通信網を遮断させられていたようだが、今復旧した。
It's bad. L has been defeated, and R is trying to abduct her.
そうか。ならばあれを使え。
What do you mean? We have any equipment that could help us deal with this situation?
鉄爆弾だ。
Ah, I was afraid she would bring that up. Huh? Bomb. When L first joined Class D, a bomb was implanted inside her. It's linked to me by pets, so I could will it to explode. Ah, man. Principal Sengoku has already deemed her too much of a risk, huh? Wait a minute. If I use that, then L would...
彼女を連れ去られてしまっては、セブンリカーションによって何千何万最悪の事態を防ぐために早くやりたまえ。
I have to kill L? When Heather was killed, the Chronos system lost its core. Since R was deemed unsuitable, she's trying to bring L back to take her place. I let her go. The system will be reactivated, and several incursions will resume. Then, thousands, millions, or possibly even more lives will be lost. L was once always deemed unsuitable to become the core. Even with L, it may not be possible to restore the system. Eios should be aware of this as well, yet they still invaded Mihama and are trying to take L back.
R、あなたの罪は何ですか？ママの期待に応えられなかったことですか？ママは私たちを利用していただけ。言いなりになることこそが罪なのよ。
私の
罪を克服するんです。そうすれば洗脳は解ける。
何をしている？早くしろ！
お願いよ、R。目を覚まして。
目を覚まさない。あいつはもう二度と。
You talking about Lapis or Osborne?
あいつ、
さて、必要なものはすべてバックアップを取りました。この研究室ともお別れですね。別に名残惜しくはありませんが。
What?
心残りは最高のモルモットだった新たとこの患者ですね。蘇生するところを見てからにしたかったですが。今動きました。気のせいですかね。まあもう肉体的には蘇生してますんで、肉親のような誰かが呼びかければ目覚めるはず。いればですが、この子にそんな人間が。残念ですが時間です。ではおさらば。
Kurogane Nessa leaves her laboratory behind. Moments later, quiet sigh stirs the air. Quiet sigh stirs the air. Nessa's patient, who had been sleeping so quietly that she appeared to be dead, suddenly opens her eyes. She blinks in confusion, as if she heard someone calling out to her. Oh shit. I think I might know who the patient is now. I think I know who it is. But I need confirmation. Ara's head hurts. It feels like her brain is swollen up and about to burst out of her skull. She clutches her head and screams like she's confessing her sins. It's my fault. It's all my fault. I'm sorry, Mama. Please forgive me for being so useless. As she's desperately apologizing, a woman's voice echoes through her head. That's not true. You're a good girl, as long as you listen to what Mama says. Protect what? Mama's voice gradually morphs into someone else's. That's right. You can't protect anything. Not even a tiny little life like an insect's. It's the Colonel's voice. But R doesn't recognize it as such. She believes it had to be her dear Mama's voice and accepts everything she says. Those cursed words and phrases were rubbed into her wounds like salt. R, you can't do anything by yourself. You're weak. Listen carefully to what Mama says and be a good girl, okay? You must defeat the enemy in front of you! Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, that's definitely... Is that really Heather Osborne's voice coming out of the Colonel? Or is this implying that the Colonel is actually R's real mother? What's wrong? R suddenly clutches her head in her hands and lets out a pained scream. Then she starts muttering to herself as if she's talking to a voice inside her head.
ハーネルの洗脳はその人の罪につけ込むもの。罪の意識を逃れ、閉じこもろうとする心に鍵をかけ、出られないようにします。
The voice inside my head.
R は今、自分の罪に潰されかかっています。お願い R、自分の弱さに負けないで。
R shakily stands up and grabs Elle by the arm again, trying to drag her away.
まさき新た、命令違反は重罪だぞ。
I'd rather die than kill R by my own hands. Just shoot me if you're going to dispose of me.
R、あなたの罪を告白してください。ママに捨てられたことですか？それとも。うるさい、うるさい、うるさい、うるさい、うるさい。私は役立たずだ。あいつを
死なせてしまった。あいつがカーネルに殺されようとしているとき、怖くて動けなかったんだ。
Of course. It's been about Lapis this entire time. R felt guilty that she couldn't protect Lapis, and as a result, she didn't feel any reason to disobey the Colonel anymore. It was just out of pure guilt.
お前のせいだ。お姉ちゃんのかわいそうな妹を守ってくれなかった。
R has flown into a rage and is pointing her gun's muzzle at L's temple. Her fingers trembling, but it looks as if she could pull the trigger any moment. Don't do it, R! Hey, that's the exact same phrase I used in one of my thumbnails.
もしそれであなたが救われるなら、私は死んでも構わない。でも、それじゃああなたは救われない。罪を重ね、洗脳が強まるだけ。目を覚まして。エル。
I taught you how to do it, didn't I? Just pull the trigger, that's all.
そんなことしたらエルが大切なお姉ちゃんが死んじゃう。
Are you giving her special treatment just because she's your sister? Doesn't that make you feel bad for the kid who died because of you?
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry. If you want to escape your guilt, then pull the trigger. Do it!
持ってやれなくてごめん、ラピス。
R's finger tenses up as she's about to pull the trigger. Huh? A new voice cuts through the tense air shrouding the battlefield. It's a child's voice, the last thing you expect to hear in this place of carnage. It sounds happy, like a child greeting her parents at the door after having been left home all day. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I think it was probably like as soon as I heard that gasp, like I knew, like, wait, that sounds familiar. Oh my god. Woohoo! Yes! Lapis is alive! Should have known that this series would be. I should have known this game would have been so hesitant to truly kill off cute girls. A small girl is standing at the side of the mock battleground.
ラピス。
Oh my god. Completely oblivious to what's going on in here, Lapis happily bounces towards R. She throws her arms around R and hugs her. R freezes on the ground. R freezes on the spot, still holding a handful of L's hair and pointing her gun at her.
ラピス。うん。おかえりアル。ただ。
But how? What kind of wicked mad science did Nessa pull off in order to resurrect our Lapis from the dead? There's no way it's all completely because of pets, right? I mean, she literally got shot in a fatal area. I want to know how she survived. R looks down at Lapis, who is nuzzling her like a puppy, with a bewildered expression.
ラピスちゃん、目が覚めたんだ。
That day we fought the Colonel at the amusement park. Lapis was shot dead. There's no doubt about what happened. Her body was taken back with us to Mihama, where Ganessa performed some sort of surgery on her. She received an artificial heart to replace her pierced one, and the PETS was implemented in her. This successfully resuscitated her, though Lapis's strong constitution also played a role. But her consciousness failed to return, so she has been in a deep sleep ever since. Ah, okay, okay.
どうしてお前 R どうした？また頭痛い？いや、もう平気だ。
Most of Ara's guilt must have stemmed from the fact that she allowed Lapis to die. Yeah, no shit. Haven't you been paying attention, Arata? Now that she knows Lapis is alive, the lock on her heart has come undone. She's not brainwashed anymore. Why did Lapis wake up now, after all this time? Simple. Plot convenience. I see. It's the pets. Ara is equipped with it as well. When she came to Mihama, she must have linked with Lapis. Oh, I guess that too. Oh, look at that cute-ass smile. Nice to see that again. By resisting the brainwashing and facing her biggest sin, that of Lapis's death, Ara must have provided the spark that brought Lapis's consciousness back. Deep inside her heart, Ara must have called out to Lapis, and her voice reached Lapis via the pet's connection, waking her up. Ganessa said that a family member's voice would be the most effective. Lapis doesn't have any living blood relatives, but she has someone she considers family. R. Oh man. This is getting to me. Huh? Watch out! Young girl's arrival caused the atmosphere to relax for a moment, but then I suddenly sense a murderous intent in the room. I jump in front of R and Lapis to shield him. Ooh! The shuriken hits me in the back, piercing my bulletproof uniform. That's... What are those shurikens made of? There's no way a bullet can't pierce through the uniform, but a shuriken can. The one who threw it was Yuki?
どうして邪魔をするの？今がそのテロリストを始末するチャンスなのに。
Well, wait. What happened to the other ninja you were fighting? Maz. Did you finish him off already? R was just a victim of brainwashing. She has come back to her senses now.
お兄ちゃん、違う。あいつ、許さない。
No.
許さない。
I'm fine. Stay still and show her that you're not going to attack.
どきなさい、あなた。
どうしよう。どうしたらいいと思う？フラン。そうだね。困ったね。
Girl, you just asked that question for like the third time in this scene.
Slowly.
What?
おっと見つかってしまったか。気配を完全に消していたのに。
Definitely didn't do a very good job.
先生、エルルンが。
I missed the confusion. Dark Shadow is trying to take the unconscious L away. Wait!
待てと言われて待つ悪人はいないぞ。
I mean, he has a point, but still. Serica, Flan, after him!
ラジャ。追い詰めたよ。エルルンを返して。
Dark Shadow fled onto the school roof. When we catch up with him, he shoots them a defiant look over his shoulder.
R の洗脳を解く鍵をよもや持っていようとはな。仕方がない。ちょっと惜しいが R はくれてやる。
Oh, fuck. Shit.
R の洗脳を解く鍵をよもや持っていようとはな。仕方がない。ちょっと惜しいが R はくれてやる。代わりに姉の方をもらっていくがな。
Do you think we'll let you get away?
もしやこの程度で俺を追い詰めたつもりか？
新た、所属不明の飛行物体が高速で接近中よ。
A UFO?
聞いた通りだ。まさき新た、命令するのはこれが最後だ。
マスター、爆弾を起動してください。
I was probably paralyzed by Dark Shadow's ninja technique. It seems to take a great effort for her to open her mouth and speak.
美浜学園に来た時から覚悟はできています。R を救うという目的も果たせました。だから早く、マスター。
I can't do it.
自分が何を言っているか分かっているの？
Yuki, why aren't you stopping him? You were supposed to be dealing with him. How did he get over here? How did he end up in the training facility? I believe I do.
やれやれ。お前の洗脳はまだ解けていないんだな。
My brainwashing?
置き土産だ。鍵をやろう。ミートパイ。
That used to be my nickname.
ただしこれは罪じゃない。まさきしずり。覚えているか？お前の育ての親の名だ。
Who? Masaki Shizuri. The moment I repeat the name, a large shadow is cast upon us from above. Dark Shadow takes L and jumps off the roof with her.
あばよ、兄弟。あっち側で待っているぜ。
Oh, fuck. The next thing I see is him dangling from a large airplane-shaped drone flying off in the distance.
遅かったか。
Crystal Gami rushes onto the roof, but she's powerless to do anything but watch the drone fly away. She turns to look at me and... Gah! I'm in the stomach with a fierce back thrust kick. My body is lifted into the air and then I hit the floor. Well... To be honest, the only thing I'm surprised about is the fact that, Nogami decided to kick him in the stomach rather than in the head. I mean, Arata knew the risk by refusing orders and not detonating the bomb. And we all knew he wasn't gonna detonate the bomb, but still, I mean... Of course, Nogami wouldn't take too kindly to him disobeying orders. Oh, uh-oh. A relentless barrage of kicks and stomps rains down on me, and all I can do is curl up into a fetal position. I'm gonna be surprised if Arata has most of his bones intact after this.
やめてください。先生が死んじゃう。
Thurika and Flan try to come to my aid, but Yuki quietly restrains them. Ooh, no, Gama's really letting him have it. Gah! Gah!
まさき新貴様は国家反逆罪に問われる。この意味がわかるな。
Oh, how the hell is Arata gonna get himself out of this one? I'm aware.
ならばよし。
With a powerful kick to the side of my neck, she knocks me unconscious as if a circuit breaker has been tripped. I'm sitting across the table from a Sir's interrogating inside of a high security interrogation room used only for special suspects. And I'm surprised that Arata is not in the hospital room eating out of a straw.
お前はエザー・オズボーン博士の研究所で生み出されたデザインヒューマン。
Oh my god.
お前はエザー・オズボーン博士の研究所で生み出されたデザインヒューマン。コードナンバー DP01。間違いないな。
Is there a way I can make dialogue go by faster? The voice dialogue. Yes. I remember everything. It's true.
クロノスシステムのコアとして設計されたがスペックが足りず、放棄された試作品。これも間違いないな。
Yes, it is. I'm a failed specimen. The interrogator's stern questions trigger the memories that I've recently regained. I grew up in a lab, where the only other people were grown-ups in lab coats and naive kids who didn't know anything about the outside world. They treated me as if I was invisible. Yeah. The initial experiment only lasted a few months before it was abandoned. I was left in the corner of a room, where I wouldn't get in the way of the grown-ups and their work.
エルとアルとは親しかったんだな。なぜだ
I responded to the question in a matter-of-fact tone. Twins were the final specimens in the DP series. Dr. Osborne considered them her masterpieces. She was thrilled that she had finally succeeded in the artificial creation of geniuses. All the adults in the lab were regarded as geniuses in their home countries. They could win all the awards and accolades they'd ever want. But not at that lab. With Dr. Osborne at the top of the hierarchy, those at the bottom were treated as nobodies. It must have been humiliating for them. There was a man. I don't know his name, but he was of average intellect, and he hated L&R. He was jealous of the talents they possessed from birth, having inherited genius genes. From my corner of the lab, like a fly on the wall, I watched that man torment the twins repeatedly. He especially targeted the younger sister, R, because she was so timid. L did her best to protect her, but the grown-ups were too powerful. That man may have not been a genius, but he was cunning. I tried to protect the twins whenever the other researchers weren't watching, and eventually we became friends. I may have been a failure, but I was born with exceptional fighting skills. I knew that I would be punished if I hurt the man, so I let him take out his anger on me instead of L and R. His punches were like an amateur's. It didn't hurt much if I assumed a proper defensive position. I just stayed still until he got tired. There were 6 others besides me, L and R. Each of them was born with unique talents. They were designed that way in order to research what kind of attributes would make someone suitable to become Chronos' core. They died. The adults killed them. One day, the lab was raided by a group of terrorists led by the Colonel. I'm sure you know more about her than I do. Dr. Osborne's laboratory was ostensibly a research facility developing a project to artificially create geniuses. She received generous monetary support from a certain country. But in fact, it all belonged to Hades. The raid was just a ruse. It had been the plan all along for Hades to take all the research results for themselves as soon as the project was completed. The country that had been backing the lab suffered a great loss when Hades stole everything to do with their national project. When the Colonel attacked, the researchers wanted to erase their data before the terrorists could take everything. The same violent man took the initiative. 6 of us were killed without any resistance. Then it was L and R's turn. Why is this man so surprised that they were killing children? Do you realize the line of work you're in? Do you realize that SIRS employs children to risk their lives in the battlefield? That man seemed happy, as if he had been waiting for an opportunity to put an end to those arrogant children. Until I pointed a gun at him. How pathetic, dude. How fucking pathetic can you be? I bet he was so cocky when he was presented the opportunity to kill L, R, and Arata and the other kids. But when the tables have turned, now he's quivering like a fucking idiot. Now he has the audacity to beg for his life. Unbelievable. When I placed my finger on the trigger, the man started crying and begging for his life. I had taken the gun from one of the terrorists. It's not as if anybody had taught me how to fight, but somehow I was able to wrestle the terrorists to the floor and take their weapon. Didn't the other kids beg for their lives too? Yeah, I bet they did. Without a moment's hesitation, I pulled the trigger. A patch of red spread across the man's white lab coat. I thought it would be painful to kill somebody, but I don't feel anything. As I look down on the body growing cold, I felt absolutely nothing. This mystified me. That was the first time I killed somebody. Yes, that's right. L and R were abducted by the Colonel. All my senses told me that I wouldn't be able to beat the Colonel in a fight. Just looking at her overwhelmed me, and I knew right away that I couldn't fight her. For some reason, the Colonel made me feel at ease. Even though she was a terrorist, she looked strong and unshakable, like a trustworthy adult in a sense.
信頼？テロリストの幹部だ。
I nod. I understand how much this confession worsens my position, but I can't deny that it's true. The reason is pure and simple. She was the first honest and trustworthy adult I ever met, but she just happened to be an evil terrorist. The Colonel doesn't do anything that's contrary to her principles. You could say that she has integrity in a way, but she doesn't contradict herself. That makes her trustworthy. The interrogator's expression clouds over upon hearing my answer.
双子が誘拐された。お前は一人研究所に取り残された。エザー博士以外の研究員は皆殺し。カーネルは小さな証拠も残していない。なぜお前だけ生かされた？
I don't know. I'll think about it for a moment. What did the Colonel say to me? What did the Colonel say to me back then? That's what the Colonel said to me when she witnessed me looking down at the researcher I had killed, the gun still in my hand.
この証言、記録することになるが、いいの？
It's true. It's the truth. Apparently, I was destined to become a terrorist even before I was born.
わかった。少し休憩にしよう。
If I had $1 for every fucking time I saw that line, you're gonna make a fine terrorist in the future.
風見和樹くん、協力感謝するよ。君のおかげでタナトスの復旧は急ピッチで進んでいる。
Principal Sengoku once again becoming best friends with Kazuki. But yeah, I swear to God. You know how people have swear jars? Well, we need, you're going to become a fine terrorist in the future jars. Put $1 in the jar every time that sentence pops up on screen.
エルを誘拐された以上、クロノスが再起動する前にタナトスシステムを 100% に戻す必要があります。
失態だ。正木新を見誤っていたよ。現役時代の彼はもっと冷静で合理的だった。
L と R の双子と正木新がある意味で兄弟だったという事実は後に発覚したのだから仕方がありません。それより美浜に敵の侵入を許したことの方が問題です。クロノスシステムは停止しているはずなのに。
ダミーコアにより起動はできるはずだ。だがそうだな。本来のスペックの 30% もパワーは出ないだろう。侵入騒ぎについては内部から手引きした者がいた。黒金ネッサ博士だ。彼女はもともとヘザー博士の熱烈なファンだったが、ヘイリオの勧誘を受けていたらしい。
Are you fucking serious? Oh, man. You know, when I said last playthrough that Nessa is a Hideo operative, I was joking, you know. I said that, Nessa supports Dr. Osborne. You know, she's a terrorist. You have to shoot her, Arata. That was just a joke. I didn't actually think that she was a traitor. Oh, man. That is some fucking bullshit. Oh my god, man. Fuck. I actually like Nessa.
飼い犬に手を噛まれるとは情けない話だ。
I mean, I knew she was eccentric, but I didn't think she was actually capable of betrayal. Fuck, man.
愚痴の相手をお探しでしたら、私ほど不向きな人間はいないかと。それより、分かったことを教えてくださらないかしら？
クロノスが停止している間にタナトスをフル稼働し、改変された情報の精査を進めた。結果、いろいろ分かってきたよ。まず、クロノスシステムは時を遡り事実を改変するシステムであるということだ。
Huh?
嘘が得意？
いいや、嘘という次元ではない。嘘を事実にしてしまう。今やデジタルデータなしに情報伝達はありえない。印刷された本すら一度はデジタルデータ化される。
その過程に入り込む？
人為的な改変には限界がある。クロノスは嘘を本当にするために実に有機的に情報を作り変えていく。ネットワーク上の情報だけではない。ドローン軍団が目となり手足となり、物理的に情報改変に動くこともできる。
What?
テロリストや時には事情を知らない第三者を動かして情報を消させることも可能ですね。
調べた限りでも全世界の図書館や博物館が取り壊しや盗難、放火の浮き目に遭っている。おそらくクロノスにとって都合の悪い書物や遺物があったのだろう。
So basically, what it sounds like to me is that if Kronos wants something or someone to disappear, they can not only make them disappear, but they can also erase their records so that they can make it as if they never existed in the first place. Is that what she means? Is that what Sengoku means? If that's the case, that's fucking crazy.
嘘は所詮嘘。真実を知る者がいます。でも、その人物の言葉は誰にも届かない。
ああ、発信したところでネットワークに情報が載った時点で改変される。身近な者たちに情報を伝えることはできるだろうが、証拠となるネット上の情報は書き換えられている。周囲から奇人変人の扱いを受けるようになるだろう。
Man, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of scary how on point this is. Like, I ain't gonna delve into politics, but like when somebody, but I mean, that's what we see a lot these days. You know, when somebody says something with very little sources to back it up, they're written off as a conspiracy theorist.
やがて真実そのものが忘れ去られ、残るのはクロノスが作り上げた嘘だけ。
システムの根幹を支えるのはタナトスと同じシギントシステムだ。世界中に漂う無数の情報を見境なく集めては分析している。
つまり、あなたにもクロノスと同じことができるというわけですね。
真似はできても同じことはできない。クロノスは情報操作に特化したシステムであり、設計者のヘザー・オズボーンは紛れもない天才だった。それに私は真実を愛している。嘘だらけのこの世界で最も純粋で美しい概念だよ。
同意します。ところで、黒金博士はどうして裏切ったのでしょう。報酬や待遇に不満でも？
It's simple. Hadio was the only organization that truly appreciated pets. Nobody at Sword wanted anything to do with the pet system besides Mihama. I mean, they were just writing off all of her promotion and all promotion emails as spam. And I guess that finally got to her. She couldn't take it anymore. And that's probably gonna be the truth. I should really stop joking about stuff like this, because it's probably true. It probably is true. It probably is true that Nessa has been dissatisfied with how Sora has been treating pets. And she felt like Heather Osborne was the only person that truly appreciated her work.
彼女はもともと犯罪者だ。サイバー犯罪の常習犯で裁判を受ければ終身刑が確定するところを私が拾ってやった。
Okay, now that's something I didn't expect.
ペッツは ヘザー博士の研究を基礎としている。ヘザーはクロノスコアを作る一環として人間の神経系を電子化する研究を行っていたようだ。ヘザーの研究所を襲撃したカーネルは徹底的に証拠を隠滅したはずだったが、黒金博士は残留物の中からペッツのデータを収集し盗んだ。
ある意味優秀な人材というわけですね。
黒金ネッサに善悪の基準はない。情報を盗むのも我々に協力するのも、そしておそらくヘイディオに寝返ったのも善も悪もないただの彼女の欲求だ。
あなたも研究者として共感できる部分があったのでは？
黒金博士が所持していたペッツの研究データの中に気になるものがあった。一つ君の意見を伺いたいんだが、悪人の遺伝子を受け継ぐ者は悪に育つと思うか？
能力や体質は遺伝する。けれど善悪は倫理観であり感情よ。育った環境によって形作られるもの。遺伝はしないわ。
私も同じ考えだが、タナトスと裏で通じていた君のことだ。正木新の出自についてはすでに知っているんだろう。
正木新はヘザー博士の研究所でデザインされ、彼の父親、彼に使われた遺伝子はヒース・オスロのものだった。
ああ、君たちにとって宿敵とも言うべき男の名だな。
Heath Oslo, a black market arms dealer and a legendary terrorist. It's a known fact that he acted as a sort of fixer, trying to maintain a balance in the world. He manipulated the world and all the wars fought in it from the shadows. But Heath Oslo isn't his real name. It's a position that can be passed down and the embodiment of a set of ideals.
今、新先生は国家反逆罪の容疑で厳重な取り調べを受けている。彼の秘密が結論に影響を与えないとは言えない。
ですが彼はエルの処分を拒みました。オスロの思想が遺伝しているとしたら、肉親の処分にもためらわなかったはず。
見逃すことでより大きな破壊をもたらすと考えたからかもしれない。彼はすでにヘイディオのシンパである可能性もある。
Ah, for real?
私とって新先生には一定の信頼を寄せている。彼は優しい男だ。優しすぎるためエルを殺せなかった。そう思いたい。
I'm pretty sure that's the truth, actually.
だが代償が大きすぎる。エル一人と世界を天秤にはかけられない。
正木新はどうなるの？
彼を救うには命令に従ってもらうしかない。
その命令って
エルの殺害。彼にしかできない仕事。
エザーの研究所が襲撃にあった時、お前はカーネルに見逃され一人取り残された。襲撃犯が引き上げた後、どうした？
There's no way that Elle's gonna die, right? I'm pretty sure they're gonna find their way around this somehow. I think this is the same CG they used back in Volume 8. Back when dudes were getting slaughtered in the halls. The whole laboratory smelled of death. The floor was strewn. By the way, I'm talking about Fan Trigger Volume 8, by the way. The whole laboratory smelled of death. The floor was strewn with dead bodies and the walls were sprayed with blood. Thinking back, I vividly recalled that hellish scene. I was the only one left alive. I felt terribly alone, as if I didn't belong there. So, I ran outside. The lab was located in the mountains, away from civilization. I made my way down and wandered through the forest for days without food or water until I finally found a town.
前は研究所の外に出たことはなかったはずだな。
No. I had absolutely no common sense or morals. I was no different from an animal, a hungry one at that. I stole food from the houses, sometimes even snatched it away from people. I was living like a rat in the back alleys. I may have been a child, but I already had the power to easily kill a grown-up if I wanted to. The grown-ups were weak and fragile, like prey animals. Even if they ganged up on me, they couldn't catch me.
恐ろしい子供だな。
A while after I left the lab, I chose the wrong person to rob. I was defeated and taken into custody.
お前を撃退した者がいたのか。一体どんな相手だ。
A woman. A young one. Not from that town. She was a traveler. Thinking back, I should have noticed that she had a sturdier build than most women. But at the time, I thought that among all the grown-ups, women were the easiest prey. That woman. She swatted me down like a fly. Then she stepped on me and said, "What? You're just a kid? A cute one too. Just the way I like him. Oh my god, now I have not heard a more sus sentence." Her high heels were digging into my skin. It hurt so much, I couldn't even scream. And I was pinned to the spot. Damn, Arta, already that young and you got a woman to step on you. Harem protagonist powers were apparent even at that young of an age. Of course, I'm kidding. She took me to a house where she made me take a bath, gave me clothes, and fed me disgusting cold meat pies.
まずいミートパイ。
She had them delivered a few days earlier, and they'd been sitting on her kitchen counter ever since. They'd gone stale and smelled terrible. Traumatized me to the point of being unable to eat any meat pies. Until I tried the ones my best friend's sister made for me. So, you're telling me that at that young age, what traumatized Arata really wasn't his experience in the lab. It was him eating disgusting meat pies.
なるほど。話を続けろ。その女とどうだ。
She took me in and raised me. She taught me everything I needed to know to survive. How to use guns and knives. How to speak. And how to blend into society with common sense and morals. That's when I first learned that it's wrong to take things that belong to someone else.
育ての親というわけか。何者なんだ。
I don't know who she really was. I don't doubt that she had ties to the underworld, though. She may have been a foreign spy, or a gangster assassin, or a wanted criminal, or maybe even worse. He was taking care of another boy. His name was Maz, an orphan just like me. He had been separated from his sister and abandoned. Maz was like a brother to me, and my only friend. Back then, maybe.
モズ・カーペンター。お前が現役時代チームを組んでいた男だ。しかしある作戦で殉職した。妹は千田航空技研所属のレイチェル・カーペンター。
Yeah, look at that hair. It wasn't until much later that we joined Sword. Maz and I lived with that woman for quite some time, learning various skills from her. It was probably the most peaceful time of my life. But it wasn't meant to last. During one battle, the woman was shot and collapsed. It was a Sir's team that did it. She ended up running away, leaving us behind. Sirs took us into custody and sent us to a facility, a sword school. Everything after that should be in my record.
その女性の名は
Masaki Shizuri. I got my family name from her. I don't know if Shizuri is still alive, but I believe that she is. She didn't seem like the kind of person who let herself be killed easily. Story of my childhood feels both long and short. It's such a strange combination of circumstances that it makes most children at Mihama look normal in comparison. Maybe. Am I allowed to leave? I know there's not much hope, but I ask anyway.
お前にはいくつかの嫌疑がかけられている。D 組に入ってからの度重なる命令違反。特に L を処分する命令を無視したことは見過ごせない。敵である R を助けたことも、幼少期に研究員を射殺したことも、嫌疑を色濃くしている。
How does shooting that researcher not help his case? They suspect me of being a spy for Hideo. Is that also why I was placed under surveillance? The principal sent Ikoma Yuki to supervise me. Apparently, she has been suspicious of me for a while now. If I get convicted for treason against the state, I will be sent to prison without a trial. I'll spend the rest of my life there.
私はお前、あなたのファンだ。
Really? I'm sure Arata is flattered. Huh?
現役時代の活躍。レッドストックを率いるハンドラーとしての手腕。すべての記録を調べ尽くしたが、とてもあなたが反逆罪に問われるような人物とは思えない。
Oh. Okay. Are you sure you should be saying that? We're being recorded.
あなたには最後のチャンスが与えられる。私は少しの間、一服してきます。
With those words, the interrogator stands up from his chair. I don't think he's implying that I should run away in the meantime. My thoughts are interrupted when the door opens without a knock.
少し話せるかしら、ミートパイ。
Connery? Apparently, she is my final chance. Do I have a choice in the matter? Connery doesn't smile at my sarcastic comment and begins to speak.
自分の置かれた状況はもう理解できたかしら。
So far, it's been exactly what I expected.
L を犠牲にすれば助かったのに、相変わらずのお人よしだわ。
I was supposed to let my friends die and survive on my own again? This is how I was raised. I grew up being told that I should be nice to girls. I remember that when I was talking about my past earlier.
黒金ネッサ博士が消えたわ。誘拐ではなく、裏切りの可能性が高い。
So, it was thanks to Ganessa that the enemy was able to infiltrate Mihama twice, even while the Chronos system was down.
驚かないのね。
I knew that Ganessa was a big fan of Dr. Osborne, and she's a mad scientist with no sense of morals whatsoever. The principal hired her even with this knowledge, hoping to make use of her. But it turns out Ganessa was even more eccentric than anyone thought.
L はクロノスコアの適正なしとされたはず。なのに、危険を冒してまで誘拐したのは、条件をクリアする方法があるからよ。
See, what I find kind of hard to believe is that Sengoku hired Nessa knowing her background and all of that. So basically, she took a really big risk when it comes to hiring Nessa. And however, like I feel like she became even more of a risk afterwards when she started, like if she continued going on about Dr. Osborne. So I guess basically what I'm getting at here is that I'm actually surprised that Ganessa wasn't fired by Sengoku like earlier. Like, I feel like I'm surprised that Sengoku didn't consider her like even more of a risk. I don't know. Pets probably.
黒金博士の技術があれば、L をクロノスコアの適正者にできる。戦国さんもタナトスさんもそう読んでいるわ。
It could be right. Ganessa did succeed in reviving Lapis after she died.
そのせいで、戦国さんはかなり慌てているわ。私はあなたを説得するよう彼女に頼まれてきた。L を暗殺しなさい。
I feel like Connery would be the last person to convince Arata. They already took L. How am I supposed to do anything?
ベッツの通信距離に入ればいい。そうすれば L に仕掛けられた爆弾を起動できる。直接顔を見ながらじゃない分、気持ち的にも楽よ。
She's right. I can set off the bomb inside of L via the pets anytime, as long as we're within range of each other. It can't be surgically removed. Attempting to do so would result in serious brain damage.
あまり時間がないわ。黒金博士が向こうにいる以上、ペッツ爆弾にも何らかの対応策を講じてくるはず。今すぐ決断して、今日にでも出発して。
1 minute or even 1 second could determine the fate of the whole world if we're too late. I'm not killing L. Sorry, you'll have to find someone else.
新た、
You do well to keep me locked in here.
どういう意味？
I've got the devil's blood running through my veins. You've heard of Heath Oslo, haven't you?
もちろんよ。史上最悪のテロリストの一人。SARS の存在を世に知らしめ、騒動発足のきっかけとなった海上油田爆発事故を起こした張本人でもある。
I completely forgotten his name, or rather, somebody made me forget.
あなたも洗脳を受けていたの？
Yeah, by the one who raised me, Masaki Shizuri. She did it in order to seal away the devil's blood manifested in Oslo's genes inside me.
性格や道徳感は遺伝しないわ。人の心は環境が作るもの。あなたは悪魔にはならない。
But I do have the requisite elements to become a devil. I was created in a lab and abandoned when I was deemed a failed specimen. After the lab was raided by terrorists, I escaped that hell. I lived like a rat in the gutter until Shizuri finally taught me how to be human. And after all of that, I ended up becoming a professional killer as a member of SWORD. What else could I become if not a devil? What do you feel when you shoot someone?
戦っている時は何も感じないわ。それどころじゃないもの。でも、ふとした瞬間に思い出す。彼らにも家族がいたかもしれないって。
I've never felt the weight of a life.
嘘よ。あなたはいつだって感じていたはずよ。
That's just a reaction Shizuri instilled in me. She taught me what makes people sad or happy, when to laugh and when to cry. I learned to simulate those emotions as a way to survive in this harsh world. And I killed that researcher. I didn't feel a single thing in my heart. That's my true nature. I looked Connery in the eye. She shudders lightly and unconsciously shrinks back from me. The glare in her eyes somehow shows that she's wary of me. I could kill you right now without any emotion showing on my face. God damn, boy!
そう、みたいね。
Since she's experienced many close encounters with death herself, surely Connery sensed the cold-blooded killer inside me as I recalled that moment. You want Elle dead. Find someone else to kill her. Don't let me out of here. I'm saying this for your own good. I can't unleash the devil that's been locked away inside me. I would become the world's worst enemy. Damn. Otto's really prepared to throw his whole life away rather than killing Elle.
新田先生は命令を拒んだか。
どうなさるおつもりですか？
やむを得んだろう。彼は凶悪犯を収容する施設に送られ、残りの一生を過ごすことになる。不満そうだな。私は彼にチャンスを与えたぞ。これは彼自身の選択だ。
彼のジンクスはご存知ですか？
でっさい。それがどうかしたかね。
もしジンクスの通りなら、どうあがこうと我々は全滅する。彼をこの戦いに駆り出したのはあなたですよね、戦国さん。
いかにも彼に D 組を任せた。
このまま何事もなければいいけれど。
考えすぎだ。私はジンクスなど信じていない。
私もそう願っているわ。
Damn. Otto really instilled some great fear inside Connery. She's scared shitless, I'm sure. You know what I just realized? First, you know what I just realized? When the same night that R decided that the same night that R kissed Arata and said that she was going to continue in the bedroom, Lapis dies and she ends up going back to Hideo. And now that R is back to normal now, Arata is charged with treason and is now locked up. And Ella has been kidnapped. Basically what I'm trying to say is, Arata just can't get laid, can he? Arata... This game is like actively preventing Arata from getting laid. R sits up in bed. As soon as she notices what state she's in, she starts ripping the tubes out of her body.
治療を受けていたのか。
Wait, but who's treating R if Nessa isn't here? Sengoku? Her head is throbbing and she can't remember how she got there. Her consciousness is hazy, like she's not fully awake yet.
悪い夢でも見ていたみたいだ。
She recalls some fragmented memories, but there is too much that doesn't add up. It's like trying to piece together remnants of a dream. R shakily stands up and looks around the unfamiliar room. He heads over to the door and steps out.
ここはどこなんだ？
With unsteady steps, she starts walking in search of any familiar places, but none of the scenery matches her memories. It feels like she's still trapped inside a nightmare. She scans her surroundings. There has to be something, even if it's just one thing that matches her fragmented memories.
あれは
A faintly familiar silhouette catches R's eyes.
え？
Uh-oh.
R だ。なんでここに逃げ出したの？お前たちは。
R recognizes the girls as the ones who are always hanging out with Elle and her brother.
ダメだよ、医務室を出ちゃ。っていうか、見張りとかいなかったの？
Nope, the only person that's supposed to be at the infirmary has betrayed the organization.
やっつけちゃったんじゃ。
うるさい。私は自由だ。邪魔するとぶちのめすぞ。
やれるもんならやってみろだよ。
I would say don't do it, Serica, but then again, I don't think Ella's at her full physical capacity. So Serica might have a better chance. Reacting to R's provocation, Serica raises her fist, making it clear that she is not afraid.
こいつ、はったりじゃないな。構えに隙がない。
R ちゃんには一度あっさり負けちゃってるからね。でも、もうあの時の僕じゃないよ。
Oh dear.
あ？いつだっけ？覚えてない。
思い出させてあげる。いくよ。せい！よっ！
なかなか早いな。でも単調だ。本当に前と違うのか？全然覚えてないけど。
Damn! As she's dodging Serica's quick attacks, R begins to remember how she used to fight.
これだこれ。この高揚感。強いやつと戦ってると頭がすっきりしてくる。
R raised her arms to guard herself.
この攻撃を弾いて、ガラ空きになった顔面にパンチ食らわせておしまい。
や
Serica launches a punch with all her might. Unlike in combat training, she doesn't hold back. If it hit, even R would take significant damage. The moment R is about to counterattack, the trajectory of Serica's fist changes. Ooh! She holds back her fist and instead grabs R's raised arm and twists it.
フェイント。
Damn, okay. Okay, Serica.
セリカ！おりゃー！させるか！
R runs up the wall and does a somersault while holding on to Serica's arm so that now it's Serica's arm that gets twisted. Oh, I missed this version of... I missed this R. Holding Serica in an arm lock with her one hand. R points her other hand at Serica like a gun and pretends to shoot her in the head.
シリカくっそーいっぱい練習したのに
おお、思い出した。そうだ、お前あの時も。
そうだよ、やっと思い出した。あの時もこうやって負けたの僕は。セリカを離して先生たち呼ぶよ。
Without putting up any resistance, R lets go of Serica. Flan and Serica had thought they were in serious danger, so they blink in surprise.
お前、なかなか強くなったな。あの時は地面を這ってる毛虫くらいの雑魚だった。でも、今のは危なかった。
That's right. R is no longer the enemy.
エルルンに付き合ってもらって訓練しまくったからね。
そうか。それでも、まだ私の方が強い。
次はもっと強くなるもん。ねえ、ここで何してるの？逃げてきたの？
目が覚めたら知らない部屋にいた。見張りは誰もいなかったから一人で出てきた。ここはどこなんだ？
美浜学園だよ。自分で来たのに覚えてないの？
ああ。でも私のせいでエルがさらわれたのは覚えてる。
そうなんだ。
Serica and Flan exchange glances. Did they report to the teachers that R is awake? They know that R will be interrogated and probably punished if they do. A loud growl echoes through the empty hallway.
今の音は？私じゃないよ。違うよ。私じゃないよ。違うよ。本当だよ。
R sheepishly rubs her stomach.
ずっと天敵だったんだ。腹が減って当然だろ。
お腹空いてるんだ。じゃあさ、僕たちのとこに来る？これからご飯なんだ。いいよね、フラン？もちのロンだよ。エルルンの妹だもの。ごちそうしなきゃ。決まりー。
Man. If that whole thing didn't happen, R could be eating dick right now. Eating Arata's dick. But instead, she has to eat regular food.
決まりーって、いいのかよ。私は敵だろ。
大丈夫、大丈夫。だって、見張られてなかったんでしょ？お腹すいたよ。早く帰ろう。
But where's Lapis?
マジかよ。変なやつら。
Is she still at the infirmary?
お邪魔します。
Ah, well.
セーブします。
Alright, this is a good place to stop. Oh, man. Well, yeah, this playthrough is just full of fucking surprises. Like, oh my god, so much shit just happened. On one hand, we got good surprises, like R being reawakened and Lapis being brought back from the dead. But on the other hand, we got mad surprises like Nessa betraying Sword, Ella being kidnapped by Hideo, and now Arata is being charged with treason and now he's being interrogated. And he may be sent to jail. But I don't think that's gonna happen. We shall wait and see how he's gonna get out of that one. But yeah, like I said, so much shit just happened in this playthrough. Oh my god. Chapter 7 has been insane so far. And now that R has been awakened and is now stuck in Mihama, wondering where this goes from here. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys next time.